Hello friends, I am Dr. Akshat Mittal from Advanced Skin Treatment Center Meerut. Today I will be talking about melasma or jhain, which is a very common hyperpigmentary disorder which is characterized by the appearance of dull to dark brown macules with irregular borders appearing symmetrically on the face. The word melasma is derived from the word melas, Greek word melas, which means black. When occurring during pregnancy, it is also known as cloasma or mask of pregnancy. The areas of hypermelanosis are centrofacial, malar and mandibular. Other areas of involvement are extensor aspect of forearms, V area of neck and chest. The lesions may be triggered by excessive sun exposure, pregnancy. In fair-skinned patients, the lesions may resolve partially or completely after parturition, whereas it may persist in patients with darker skin types, Fitzpatrick skin types 3 to 5. The causative and exacerbating factors of melasma are sunlight, that is the most important cause, and majority of patients say that their melasma deteriorate after exposure to sunlight. Then pregnancy, genetic factors, oral contraceptive pills, estrogen replacement therapy, ovarian tumors, thyroid dysfunction, cosmetics, nutrition, photoallergic and phototoxic drugs, anti-epileptic drugs like phenytoin or Eptoin, and infections like chikungunya fever. These are in a nutshell the exacerbating factors for melasma. Melasma can be classified on the basis of distribution of lesions, Wood's lamp examination and histopathology. Depending upon the distributions of lesion, melasma may be classified as centrofacial. This is the most common type and present in 63% of cases. The lesions are present over the forehead, nose, cheeks and upper lip. The malar type, 21%, it occurs on the nose and cheeks. Mandibular type, 16%, it occurs over the mandibular rami. In women, the centrofacial pattern is the most common pattern which we find, and in men, the malar pattern is the most common pattern found. Now, based on Wood's lamp examination, melasma may be classified as epidermal, dermal and mixed. Dermal lesions appear as bluish in color due to Tyndall effect. Based on histopathology, the lesions again are classified as epidermal, dermal and mixed. Epidermal lesions are superficial, so they are easy to treat and go away easily. Dermal lesions are resistant to treatment and they show recurrence and relapse, and majority of lesions are of mixed variety involving the epidermal and dermal component both. Coming to the management of melasma, strict photoprotection and use of broad spectrum sunscreen remain the mainstay of treatment. The patient is advised to refrain from sun exposure throughout the day, and if not possible, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. He should use hats, scarves, dupattas while going out in the sunlight. Keep to the shade when the patient is outside. Avoid use of scented cosmetics and wet wipes. Use a broad spectrum sunscreen which covers UVA, UVB, infrared spectrum and with a SPF of 30 to 50. It should be applied liberally and regularly every 3 to 4 hours. OTC products and other household remedies should not be tried. Visit your dermatologist. He will tailor your treatment according to the extent and severity of melasma. The various treatment options are topical depigmenting creams, systemic medication, systemic sunscreens, chemical peels, lasers, including Cusage, ND-YAG, IPL, etc. Last but not the least, nutritional factors should be kept in mind. Take plenty of green vegetables, salad containing carrots, cucumber, tomatoes, and citrus fruits like mosambis, oranges, and drink plenty of water, 8 to 10 glasses of water. This will help in boosting your immunity and resolution of melasma. So stay safe, stay indoors, say goodbye to COVID, say goodbye to melasma. Signing off, Dr. Akshat Mittal.